All right, welcome back, guys. You can see I changed my outfit. I'm getting ready for work. I work a half day today, so it's kind of, I don't know, kind of a weird day. But anyways, we got some news from Plarium, from the other content creators that I just saw pop up. There's a guaranteed Void champion tomorrow that you can summon from shards, which coalesces, uh, or sorry, coincides with the Adventure deck of Fate. And I'm very disappointed in this entire thing. So let's just kind of get into it. So as you can kind of tell if you go and look at the events in the Player and Play store or whatever Player and Play program, you can see that the deck of Fate is not the Freya deck of Fate. Okay, let's just address this right away. The Freya deck of Fate probably will be somewhere in October, probably not this week, but next week, probably on Wednesday, maybe. Who knows? Who knows at this point? But you can definitely bet it will not coincide with anything for the new fusion that we're gonna have to do. Okay. And honestly, you really don't have to do the new fusion. From all accounts, it looks like a big skip. We'll go over it today. Um, excuse me. But tomorrow, if you have 25 void shards, you can get this guy straight out of the Underworld series. You will get Weregrin Suncurse. Now, why is it a good thing that this is happening? If you have been very unlucky and you haven't got a Weregrin and you haven't fused your Lady Mikage yet, you can get Weregrin tomorrow with 25 Void Shards. Okay? Those 25 Void Shards will go with the Deck of Fate because the Deck of Fate tomorrow is going to be from summoning champions from shards, and upgrading champions. Okay, so it's champion training, and it's going to be a summon rush event, essentially all into one here, which means that fusing champions doesn't work, doesn't give you any points, because of how they have it here in the news. If we just go to the news here, right here, upgrading champions and then summoning champions from shards. Now, I'm pretty sure that still will count for remnant summons, but I don't know. So don't personally, I wouldn't test it. If you have a remnant summon and you're wanting to see what happens, boy, that's on you, son. But if you do it and it does give you points, let me know. But anyways, upgrading champions, summoning champions from again shards. All right, you will get fossil points to flip cards in the deck of fate. There are also hammer 200 hammer points within the deck of fate, which is a big bummer. But we have this new weird thing they've just put in called pinned rarity. In this Adventure Deck of Fate event, you'll be able to pin the rarity of a flipped card. Pinning a rarity means that if you flip a card of a lower rarity, your streak won't be reset. However, if you flip a card of the higher rarity, your streak will be reset and the pinned rarity can be replaced with the higher rarity. You can only pin rare and epic cards. If you flip a rare epic card and there are not enough cards of that rarity left to complete a streak, you won't be able to pin that rarity. You cannot change a pinned rarity until the streak is either completed or reset by flipping a card of a higher rarity. So essentially what this means is, and this is actually a good change, so if you hit your first epic card, you're like, okay, boom, I want that one. And then you can not break your streak hitting a rare or an uncommon. But sadly, as it reads here, if you flip a rare epic card and there are not enough cards in the rarity left to complete the streak, you won't be able to pin that rarity. That's fine. But you cannot change a pinned rarity until the streak is either completed or reset by flipping a card of a higher rarity. This is a good thing. In my head, when I first just read this, it was like, okay, if you're already on a streak, you can't pin a rarity. It sounds like that's not the case, okay? And then, yeah, unused Fate Fossil usage, they'll be converted to silver. Just what it is. I will not be going for this. This is a big scam to me. But if you're going for Weregrin, because you need to fuse your Lady Mikage, as you see I don't have her there anymore because I've already fused her, then that's probably good for you to go, right? If you don't have Weregrin and that's all you're missing from Lady Mikage, or you're working towards your Lady Mikage fusion, and you have 25 Void Shards laying around, it's not a bad idea to go for Weregrin, okay? So I hope you get it, okay? In other news, let us talk about the fusion. And let me just kind of show you my display here. Okay, so the fusion is this guy here. His name is Brugar Jeroboam. He is a Force Defense Legendary Champion from Ogre and Tribes. to essentially break this guy down, he is a counter to Armand's, uh, give or take, right? He has force affinity, he's defensive, and he has stuff that he can deny with turn meter, all right? Let's go through them here real quick. His A1, Stout Smash, attacks enemy 2 times, 35%, 40, 50% chance of decreasing the cooldown of a random ally skill by a turn. If an ally had their cooldown decreased, also fills the ally's turn meter by 10%. This just seems to be a common thing now with a lot of legendaries that are coming out. And I mean by the cooldown reduction, the A1. His A2, this round's on me, removes all debuffs from all allies. This books down to a 3-turn cooldown when booked. Heals all allies by 50% of this champion's max HP. Also heals each ally by an extra 2% for each debuff removed by this skill. It's pretty good. Place a shield on all allies equal to 50% of this champion's max HP for 2 turns. And then last orders is a 3. 100% chance when booked. 4-turn cooldown when booked. Chance of increasing the duration of all enemy debuffs by a turn. And also has a 100% chance of increasing the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. And then we're going to look at his passive here. Absolute Legend. The passive effect by itself. Turn meter reduction effects used against this champion are decreased by 50%. Also fills this champion's turn meter by 20% whenever a CC debuff is placed on an ally. If there are multiple champions on the team with this skill, only one will activate. And then it has a 2-turn cooldown when it's fully booked, because the active effect of whenever any of the CC debuffs are placed or expire on an ally, debuff is removed or expired on an ally, fills their turn meter by 20%. If there are multiple champions on this team, only one will activate, and then he has an aura for all battles by 60. This guy is a skip. Okay, if you are like me and you're at the very end game, and again, we went all out for the Thor fusion, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of very bummed about. He's good, but he's not like wow good. You know what I mean? Whatever, you know. But Brugar Jeroboam, he's a skip, man. I just don't see any use for him. But I do want to check something out here. So let's get away from this. Let's go back to RSL. So here's the thing, right? Curse City. Again, I want to look at Curse City, and let's look at hard. Does he fit anywhere? He doesn't hit. He fits for force, but this is for HP and support, not defense. Again, force, but rare and epics only. Doesn't fit there. And then he doesn't fit here. So my only thing is that I'm always like, maybe he can see some place somewhere. Is if if he is right here, he fits defense and support here, and he heals. So I mean, if you're struggling with this Fire Knight and you don't have these champs, he might be. I mean, what does he do? It's a 2-hitter. Not bad. Decreases cooldown on that. But again, whenever I look at these fusion champions, it's like, you know, I missed out on going for the guaranteed Alsgore, but Alsgore is fucking hot dog water. You know, unless you're trying to go for this, which is just fucking stupid. But, you know, is what it is. But again, that's all I've got for you guys today. So remember, tomorrow, 25 Void Shards will get you Weregrin, which is used for the Lady Mikage fusion, right? Keep that in mind if you need it. But otherwise, I would skip it, though it does coincide with the Deck of Fate tomorrow, which the Deck of Fate, again, is champion training, which does not include Ascension or anything. It's just increasing rank and level of champions, and then also summoning champions, again, from, and the words are, shards. And I do not know if Remnant Summons count as shards, but who knows? I guess we'll see if somebody decides to try their luck. But if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. As always, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.